What is up, everybody? It is Owen Shapiro back at it again on the OSHAT podcast. Today, I'm going to be discussing not just my 9-month journey into working out, but by being weird and different makes you even cooler. It makes you the coolest person ever if you're not typical, if you're not exactly what everyone is. And honestly, being weird and cool has been the best thing I've ever done and led to my most successes. Just having the will to be weird and different, having the will to have humility, not have a big ego, but at the same time, being able to be approachable. But approachable because I am weird and different. So I love being weird and different. And so ever since growing up, I always knew I was I had funny habits, right? Right. Of course, I have ADHD, but tons of people do. And I just always loved doing funny things. Like, example, I'd make funny skits with friends growing up, or videos, or all that stuff. And then I realized I love film, and that's when I realized that it's good to be weird and cool. Like weird cool. Yeah, like really weird cool. So like example, like when I'd be doing things like making films, doing Madden gaming videos when I was younger, like when I was doing those gaming videos and even Fortnite and all that stuff, and sometimes FIFA and NBA 2K, like, I always realized being weird was such a cool thing. Being different was such a cool thing. It was almost like the more different and weird I was, the more I started to realize that is a talent. The weirder and different you are, the more your talents are going to shine. That's all I'm saying. And so, example, like when I was in high school, I was addicted to playing basketball. I played soccer my whole life, but basketball was something that really I was inspired to do. And so I wanted to make a difference. So what did I do? I said, in a year from now, I'm going to make my high school basketball team. Now, let me tell you a story short. I did not make it as a player, but I became the leader of the team and the drive and the energy for the team. And I would travel with the team. I'd do all this stuff, help prepare the players. It was almost as if I was an assistant coach. Seriously. But that was something that was better than even probably being a player on the team, because I got to learn how to motivate people. I got to learn how to show people they could be their best and, create a good attitude, right? I was there for the playoff games. And so another example is like that year, I decided if I really want to do my best, I have to be all in. So I practiced I believe it was 2017, I practiced 2 hours a day in the fall. 2018, I practiced, I'd say 6 hours, 7 hours a day, the entire year up until the end of it. Probably the end of the year, yeah. The end of that year, I was doing 6-7 hours a day of basketball. I would make sure I'm taking, I think most days I took 1,000 shots, usually around 900. But most days I took 1,000 shots. And this was while somewhat working out too once a week in high school. Like going to the gym, right? Stuff like that. So anyway, but then it was like, I was starting to realize people saw if I'm putting in the work, they could put in the work too. So example, like they saw that I wanted to be the best I can be. They decided they wanted to be the best they could be too. So that summer I was playing at Sixers camp. I played basketball at Sixers camp over the summer. And it was maybe one of the greatest summers I've ever had. Top 2, top 3 summer ever in my lifetime. In 2018, summer 2018, where I would wake up every day about 8, 9 a.m., go play basketball the entire day. First, we would train. We would we would train in the mornings, eat lunch, and then in the afternoons we would have actual official games, right? Games where different coaches are helping us, but not only that, they're keeping score. And then we'd go to sleep at 9:30 and wake up again. And this was every single day for 3 weeks. But I didn't just learn that being weird and different there was cool. I learned that I can inspire other people without being the best player on the team. Being weird and different inspires other people on your team to do better. So, example, I would make funny comments. I'd say things that were a little bit out of the ordinary, but I would be doing it in a light way, right? Like an approachable way. Like I was telling this one guy who wasn't talked about that he is the best defensive player in that league that we had at Sixers camp. I told him he was not talked about much. He was from Spain. There was many people from Spain, from Portugal, and all these other countries in the U.S. near Philadelphia in Pennsylvania. And I had said this guy from Spain is the best defender in the league. And everyone was like, what? And then eventually what ended up happening was the next week I won best defensive player of the week. And then the week before that, I won best leadership, best teammate leadership, because if I wasn't playing, I'd be making sure the team is on top, on target, making sure the coaches are coaching at their best. And I just wanted to make sure that everything's going great. But this was, once again, being weird and different, like in such a different way that wasn't usual, being unusual, this unusual idea and feeling. And so I pretty much ended up winning like different awards. I wasn't the best player. I'll admit, I'm not the best player. Nobody's the best player. Nobody's the best person ever. I don't go by bests. I go by how much someone can make a leadership impact. I made a leadership impact, and other people that we had on the team also did. And their strive changed me. The way I was seeing people practice changed me. It made me want to be a better teammate. It made me want to be a better leader. And it made me want to be a better player and person overall. So I took that to the fall at my high school, did that, ended up earning the leadership of that team. But this is what I try to do as a director, right? This is what I want to do as a director. I want to be able to give people the power to have leadership, give people the power to be at their best anytime, any day. And so my films, I purposely make them weird and different. People like to maybe call it out, but I like doing that. I like catching the attention of being weird and different because I know that makes the films better and makes me feel better as a person that I gave my difference. I was still approachable, but I gave the difference. I was the difference. I was the difference. And so, how do I do this today? Besides directing, I've been working out every day this year. Coming up on the 27th of September, I've been working out for 9 months every single day. And so, pretty much every month of 1 month, actually, every year, I do a different diet. The first year, it was no bags of candy an entire month. No candy entire month. Now, I don't really feel like I need candy. Like, example, maybe I had a few bags after that month, but I haven't had candy since maybe a friend would give me a piece every now and then, maybe once or twice, 3 times, maybe 2 or 4 years. But I don't feel the need for it. I feel much better not eating candy. I feel happier not eating candy. Candy is something that I don't feel proud if I'm annoyed from eating candy. And the year after that, actually, last year, I did gluten-free and vegan for an entire month. Now I love eating gluten-free and vegan. Then right now, currently, as of today, this month, I've been eating 2 bananas and 2 apples every single day. And I'm loving it, and I'm doing great, and I'm having a great time. Great time. The 27th, when the apples and the bananas, that month goes, but I still want to eat apples and bananas. It's just a great thing. I feel happy because I'm eating healthy, and I feel healthy. You're saying, when I eat healthy, I feel healthy. When I don't eat healthy, I don't feel healthy. It's just how I feel. And it's honestly probably the most honest way to feel. So, example, so like now with films, I try to make my films as weird and different as possible. And this summer when I was taking classes at New York University, I took summer classes there at the NYU Tisch Film School, the Scorsese program. I was really loving just this feeling that I'm taking a risk. I'm taking risks. I love to take risks. So like example, I made different short films. I showed us on YouTube some of them, but I'm going to be putting more out for streaming on YouTube. And it was just something incredible. I really, really changed as a person in a positive way. And I took what I did at that summer camp and I applied it to New York University, the Tisch Film School. And now what I'm doing is I'm going about that what I did at that Tisch Film School, applying summer camp to different things and applying how I felt there with the summer camp to today. Because I'm doing it for me. I do it because I love it. I do it because I want to feel better. I want to feel like the better person. I want to feel like the best person I can be. And that comes with being a great teammate and a great leader and being weird and different and a person who could move people on the team. Anyway, everybody, I'm your boy Owen Shapiro, coming up on 9 months working out every day. Stay cinematic. See you guys.